So right now I'm gonna cook lasagna, and I have a pound of ground beef right here. So what I have right here is the ground beef, 1 pound that I used, that I browned in a little bit of vegetable oil. For a healthier option, you can use olive oil. But right now I have browned the ground beef for about 10 minutes until everything is no longer pink. And over here I'm boiling a pot of water, salted already. You can use sea salt or you can use iodized salt. I use iodized salt. Now I'm going to start with my puree. In the blender I have about 1.5 cups of carrots. I have oregano. I also have a tablespoon of parsley, half a tablespoon of cilantro, and these are all dried herbs. I also have bay leaf and basil inside. And I also have a cup of onions. So this is about a medium-sized, one medium-sized onion. I'm gonna puree this, and also I also have 4 cloves of garlic. If you don't like garlic, you can leave this out, and then you know, just leave it out, and it will still be fine. So I'm gonna blend this and puree it for about 5 minutes or until everything is smooth, and then add it to my ground beef. Okay. So right now I have blended the carrots, the onions, the garlic, the spices, the dried herbs, oregano, basil, parsley, cilantro, and what else? Bay leaf. So this is how it looks. It's in a pureed form, and I'm going to add this to my ground beef right now. So here we go. It kind of looks messy, but it's very delicious and very tasty. So I'm going to add this into my ground beef and stir it in and let it simmer for about 5 minutes on a low. And then I'm going to test it out for salt and add a little bit of pepper and salt, and just make sure that my spices are enough. So I'm going to come back and show you how it is done. Okay. So right now I have the lasagna pasta in boiling hot water with salt, and I'm going to let this cook for about 10 minutes or 10 to 12 minutes, and then get back to it. So over here I have the ground beef with the puree that I pureed carrots and onions and garlic and all the herbs. I'm going to let this simmer for about 2 minutes more, and then I'm going to add my tomato sauce into it, and then I'll show you how it looks after. All right, bye. Over here I have a cup of green peppers. I particularly like green peppers. You can add red peppers. You could add you know, scallions. You can add whatever you want. I have half a cup of green peppers, and also if you notice, I also have mixed vegetables, carrots, corn, green peas, and all that. I just wanted to have a little bit of texture in my lasagna. So I mean, if you don't like vegetables, then you can leave them out and just make a plain classic lasagna. But I wanted a little bit of texture and vegetables in my lasagna, so I decided to opt for mixed vegetables and green peppers. Over here I have my lasagna boiling right now, and I'm gonna simmer this down, let it cool off so I can handle it. And in my lasagna I've greased it with a little bit of olive oil. Also, I forgot to tell you that in the ground beef I also added my tomato sauce. I used regular tomato sauce, you know, Prego or Ragu. I used the tomato and sweet basil flavor, and it's so yummy. That's my favorite. So whatever you want, you can use. You can make your own tomato sauce at home. Just ground a little bit of diced tomatoes, and you know, add your onions, add your dried herbs, and that's it. So in a few minutes I'm going to let this cool down and I'll show you how everything is done. Alright, So if you can see right now, I have my bottom layer of my lasagna prepared. What I did was that I put the pasta right here, and then I put a layer of tomato sauce, and this is the tomato sauce that I use. It's ragu, and it's called the sweet tomato basil. And so I put a layer of that, and then I also put a layer of my meat sauce over that. And I'm gonna right now use my cheese, which is just regular, Parmesan cheese. It's a combination of Parmesan, fontina, asiago, and romano. So whatever your preference is, you can always use that. But I like a combination of different cheeses. It makes it more tangy and more special. So I'm gonna drizzle some cheese over the layer of lasagna. I like a lot of cheese, so I'm gonna put them on. Okay, so I have a layer of cheese over my lasagna, and right now I have my oven set at 350 Fahrenheit. So just to preheat my oven, I have it set at 350. So I'm going to repeat the process. Add another layer of lasagna, add another layer of tomato sauce, add another layer of my meat sauce, and sprinkle some cheese, and just repeat the layer until I'm finally done. So when I'm through with that, I'm going to show you how it looks. Alright, so right now I have finished preparing my lasagna. This is how it looks. It's about 5 layers of lasagna pasta. So I have layered everything with tomato sauce and the beef and the meat sauce, and also my 4 cheeses, I believe, right now. So also over here I have a strip of aluminum foil paper. So I'm going to use this to cover the lasagna so that when it cooks, it doesn't overcook. And also I want it to get softer. Right now it's kind of undone, but not really. So when I put the foil paper over it, it will cook the pasta and all the green pepper, because I didn't cook my green pepper, just keep its shape, and also not overcook my green pepper and my mixed vegetables. So everything is frozen. My vegetables are frozen, and so I'm gonna cover it with the foil paper right now, and then I'm gonna cook it at 350 for about an hour. In 45 minutes, I'm going to take out the foil paper and let the cheese brown. I'm going to take out the foil paper and just put it on broil and let the cheese brown for the next 15 minutes. And so I'm going to leave this for an hour, 45 minutes with the foil paper on, and 15 minutes for without the foil paper. So I'm going to cover it right now. And then I'm going to go in my oven for an hour, after which I'm going to show you the final product. Alright, so I have the lasagna out after an hour. Like I said before, you're going to cover it with the foil paper for about 45 minutes and take off the foil paper for the remaining 15 minutes. And so this is what it comes out to be. It's very yummy, very rustic and homemade and delicious. So that's the most important thing. As long as it looks delicious and as long as it tastes delicious, then you have a good lasagna. So it's very crispy, just how I like it. And yeah, it's cooling right now, so I can cut into it here. You want to make sure that you cool it off for about 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes. You don't want it to be too cold, you don't want it to be too hot. You just want it to be just right. So after about 20 minutes, I'm going to cut into it and then show you how it looks. Alright. So this is the final product of the lasagna. This is how it looks. Very yummy, very delicious. I can't wait to dig into it and taste it. So I hope you enjoy it. Alright, bye.